What's up, Soul Fam? How are you? Welcome back to my channel, Spirit to Daosith. I'm Daosith LeMay. I hope you're all doing awesome out there. And if you're new, I appreciate taking time out of your day to watch this video. I hope it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, just leave it. These just happen to be my truths. They don't have to be yours. If you do like it though, feel free to subscribe and follow and check out my other social media platforms in the description box below. All right, so today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all you beloved creators out there. I hope for all of you at some point in your day, you get to feel the experience of being loved, whether it's from someone else or from your own connection to Source. So I was thinking about Valentine's Day this morning, and I was thinking about the cycles of life, as we all do throughout our day, right? And just in particularly the ups and downs of life, and how life is about the ups and downs that we have in our day-to-day and throughout our entire life, right? It's about the cycles. In regards to the Valentines and love, life is about trying to find love for both the ups and the downs, okay? So when I talk about trying to find more peace and joy and connection in your life, I'm not talking about manifesting a life that's all about keeping this constant reality of 100% bliss. No, I'm not talking about retaining this singular expression of feeling joy or bliss or love or positivity throughout the entirety of your day. That's not what I'm talking about when I'm saying trying to find more peace, joy, and connection in your life. Life isn't meant to have only one thing and to express it only through your day as one thing. I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm saying. The things that I share with you, especially with my book, right? Becoming the Creator, A Practical Guide to Spirituality and Connection. The things that I share on these videos and everything else that I put out there in the public. To find more joy and peace in your life, it's about becoming more aware of yourself, right? To reconnect with who and what you are, that will help you find more love, more joy, and peace in your life. And that requires you to stop rejecting the aspects of you that you haven't let out, the aspects of you that you aren't accepting, the aspects of you that you are rejecting and running away from, right? To stop repeating the same patterns of your life that have been keeping you feeling dis-ease and disharmonious because of rejection. That's what I'm talking about. That's where peace comes from. The inner peace is what I'm talking about. The inner love, the inner joy, the inner peaceful life that a lot of people always talk about. I'm talking about honoring yourself, honoring your emotions through the ups and the downs of life. And I'm talking about being able to connect with those ups and downs parts of your life, those ups and down parts of your life, and to find love in those ups and downs, because that's where we get to understand ourselves, right? That's where we get to understand our behaviors, where we get to understand our beliefs that we have created with as creators. But the goal, as I just said, the goal in what I'm talking about isn't to achieve this enlightenment where you receive full abundance and just complete bliss throughout your entirety of your day. In some ways, I would say that's probably more or less on the lines of control, but that's not what we're talking about today. So I'm not talking about that's the end goal, is to manifest this life where it's just completely one constant thing of joy and bliss and positivity. It's about experiencing yourself as Source, seeking to understand itself. As you guys all have heard, especially those who've been following along with me for a long time, what I received from my spirit guides was that you are a fragment of Source seeking to understand itself as Source through this human limited expression that we're having on this planet. Remember that you are Source. You are already perfect. But Source seeks to understand itself through this limited expression, through this humanized, limited expression in the physical matter, so that you can find love and understanding about who and what you are. And that, honestly, that is only done really through the ups and downs of life, right? Only through the ups and downs of life do you get to find more understanding about who you are, where you get to find more love for how you are creating and for that which is source, only through the ups and downs. All right? Take this metaphor. You know those vital signs monitoring machines that you always see in the movies in regards to the hospital, and they're making that, the heartbeat, beep, 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 right? It's monitoring your vital signs, right? When you see that heartbeat graph and it's going up and down, and what is normal? What's the normal vital sign? It's actually going up and down, right? Beep, 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 beep. That's the heartbeat going up and down, up and down. It's healthy. It's a healthy sign when you see the beeping and the heartbeat going up and down. So when life becomes constant, when life becomes flat, then what happens? What happens when your vital sign monitor goes completely flat? Beep. You're dead. From a human physical perspective, flat line is dead. So life is normal to have ups and downs. Normal life is all about the ups and downs. It's life. It's what you came here to experience as a human, as source. So to move through the ups and downs and to still find love for yourself and for others as we move through our day-to-day, as we move through the cycles of life. Think about this. The cycles of life is about up and down too, right? Birth and rebirth and death, right? Birth and death. Seasons come and go. Expansions, contractions, growth, right? Retractions. What other things that you can think of that have this kind of dual contrasting aspect to it, right? The push and pull. So you think about what you get in your life is that there is natural tendency, natural law of cycles through your life where you are going to have the ups and downs. And for you as a human, as a source being, a creator, it's about knowing yourself through those ups and downs and finding love in both those aspects so that you can find love in the moment to understand more about you and who you are regarding to source seeking to understand itself. Think about the push and pulls and the things you receive through the contrast of life, through the ups and downs of life. What do you learn through the peaks and troughs of your life? What does contrast and opposition teach you about yourself, right? It taught me in terms of all the things that I went through, all the trauma, all the ups and downs of my life, how strong I could be, how loving I can be, how much compassion I can hold for myself and for others. To have compassion for other co-creators that I am creating with, right? There's so much data, so much love can be extrapolated through the ups and downs of your life. I think about this from a parent, right? As a parent, the joys in your life and why life can be so fulfilling in some cases is because it's not so much that you have this straight line graph that just says from less happy to happy. If you were to take a parent, their experience in life isn't just this straight kind of gradual climb up this excitement and joy graph. It's up and it's down. It's up and it's down, and it's up and it's down because you have extreme joys and then you have these extreme troughs and trenches that you feel that helps you appreciate the highs or maybe not even just the highs, just the little wins that you have throughout your day that makes you feel so happy and joyful in your life, right? Think about that. I know for me, like when the kids get sick, right? And the kids are exhausting you because they're waking up in the middle of the night and they're yelling at you because they don't like the way their dinner is made, or that you get all the stress of what comes with raising kids, whether it be from meals and laundries and friends and schools, etc. But then you get this little moment of gratitude where maybe your kid looks at you and it says, "Thanks, Daddy," with a smile. Whew. Like all those bad things, that all went away because of this one brief moment where you get to see them in their joy, pure state. And you say, that was all worth it. And you feel happy and you feel blissful and peaceful in that one moment. Even though it wasn't throughout the entirety of the day, you got to experience it because you felt the extremes of the trough, the trenches, if you will. You get to watch them in their own life through the adventures that they're going through because of what you've gone through. And you learn something about yourself through the ups and the downs. You get to learn from them, and you'll find, and here's the funny thing, you'll find that when you actually go through those things, when you learn to understand yourself through the intensities of the ups and the downs, that things you learn from that level of gravity, of the ups and the downs, you actually become more peaceful. That's the irony of it. Isn't that just super funny? That how many of you guys have asked to be more peaceful in your life? Right? You want more peace in your life. You want more peace in life. But you only to find that when you walk out the door, your day becomes a hot, emotional, mental mess, even physically mess, right? Did you get what you want? No, you got a whole bunch of experiences that pulled you all different ways, sideways, upside down, left, right, diagonal, wherever, causing so much turbulence and turmoil in your life so that you can seek inwards to understand about yourself so that you can find more peace. And it's only through going through those experiences, learning about yourself through these up and these downs, that you become more peaceful because you've gone through it. You know yourself through it. You understand what has happened. You've experienced these things as source going through your expansion which is you. Right? You get to learn how to handle situations. You get to know why you are creating these things and to understand why, in the first place, you were asking for peace in your life on the external, right? You won't learn peace, inner joy, unless you retain the lessons that come from the turbulence of the ups and downs, which is normal part of life. Unless you go inward and discover why you wanted peace in the first place, right? But that only can be created and learned and experienced through the ups and downs of life, right? This also applies to many of you with regards to your emotions. All right. Emotions is what makes life fun. Emotions is what makes life fun as a human experience. All right. The exhilaration of what you feel in your day, of having this super high moment, and then the depths of despair and depression of another moment. It's what makes the human experience so rewarding. That's what life is about. So when you aren't honoring your emotions through these ups and these downs, through the opposites of what you're feeling, trying to become numb, right? You are numbing yourself to the ups and the downs. You are numbing your emotions. That isn't living. That isn't finding peace and joy in your life. It's actually what we just said, right? Trying to find this stagnant little line, manifesting, creating this experience in your life where you are denying, repressing, rejecting to feel this constant state of numbness is dying. That's flatline, folks. That's dead. All right? And the same thing can be said about feeling positive all the time, right? Denying life and the bad stuff and the things that you are rejecting so that you can just feel positive all the time is the exact same thing. It's repressing. It becomes heavier and heavier to do. And the things you don't allow because you want to feel positive all the time starts to drag you down further, and that leads to death. Okay? So life is about the ups and downs. Life is about enjoying those ups and downs and finding love for those ups and downs because you as source are seeking to understand yourself through those ups and downs, through the contrasts and the pulls and the pushes of life. And the only way you find more joy and peace and how you find love for that is to go inward to understand yourself through those ups and downs. Okay? Now, I said in my energy update in February, for this February, that people are likely going to find themselves in situations where they don't where situations that don't serve them anymore. And that these situations are really going to be like nothing left, and that you'll find yourself in this state of stagnant, stuck energy. And like I said before, right, that when you're in that stagnant, stuck energy, it's kind of like feeling like you're dying. And if that's you, perhaps you need to ask yourself some questions, right? To understand yourself, to understand what is going on and why you are in this stagnant place where maybe you're feeling numb, or you're trying to repress certain things and you're not allowing yourself to feel the ups and downs, or you're not enjoying it. Perhaps there's some questions that you need to ask. And these questions I would start to ask myself with this. What is it that you're looking for in your life that you're not getting now? What are you not feeling that you need right now in your life? What is stopping you from feeling that in your life at this moment? Now, many of you might be thinking, I don't have clarity at this point in my life. I don't have the clarity that I need to be able to get what I need. Well, if that's the case for you, you're not getting enough clarity here in this area, the chakra of your third eye, right? Then perhaps you don't have enough energy getting up to this point of your third eye where it gives you clarity. So there's energy blocks happening in the chakras all below. So starting from the root chakra, what is it that what are aspects of your physical life that aren't being met right now? Okay? In the sacral chakra, what aspects of you aren't you honoring? What parts of your emotions, your desire, your sexuality are you not honoring? And then we move into perhaps the solar plexus, the power struggles. Where in your life are you having power struggles? And then we move into the heart. What parts of your experience, or what parts of you are you not accepting? What are you rejecting about yourself that you need to accept in your life now? And then we move into the throat chakra. What parts of your life are you not speaking truthfully? Where can you not express the truth, right? You work through those questions. If you're feeling stuck in your stagnant situation, work through some of that, and you might be able to get enough energy up to your third eye that you start to see with some clarity about what is going on with you and why you're not allowing yourself to enjoy the ups and downs and taking the wisdom from the lessons that are learned through those things, because you forgot how to love those aspects. All right. I hope that helps you. Have a beautiful day. We'll talk to you soon.